You know you're a software developer when you spend more time doubting your code than writing it. It's like a never-ending battle with your own creation. There are so many insecurities that come with being a software developer, especially if you're new. On this video, I'm going to share 10 of the insecurities I had starting out as a developer. I've been able to deal with some while I still battle the others every now and then. As usual, I'm Susan, and here again to make you feel less alone in your tech career. As a new developer, I would shy away from coding with other developers because I felt they would easily be able to spot that I did not know a lot yet. If I had known better, I wouldn't be that anxious because every experienced developer was once inexperienced. I sometimes didn't understand every single line of code in a pull request, and this would make me feel hesitant to comment on it or approve it. I used to get anxious about writing clean code. I got worried about getting the variable names right, writing proper functions, and separating concerns, unnecessary repetitions, choosing readability over being concise. I was most certainly an overthinker when it came to asking questions. I had the concern of being seen as less knowledgeable. There was also the concern of asking questions that are inconsequential or not important to the workflow. You know what you just think in your head, is this question important right now, or is it relevant to what we're talking about? As a young or new developer, you're trying not to make mistakes. You don't want to introduce bugs into the code base or be the one who is responsible for some downtime, so you're sometimes too careful with the code you push. Another thing that was an insecurity was the method of debugging. For me, I started to use log statements, which would sometimes take me a lot of time before discovering the issue. I had concerns about following industry best practices and coding standards when using some tools, but it helped when using some other tools that were more flexible. As a junior developer, I would sometimes underestimate the time required to complete a task that I thought was too simple or overestimate a task that I thought would be too complex. The struggle was real. I know this is probably not common to all, but I didn't have to use a computer to type much before coding. And in my bootcamp, we used to do a lot of typing speed tests just for fun and of course to improve our typing speed. Mine wasn't bad, but it wasn't badass either. So I guess I was insecure about that. I used to be extremely shy, and so doing things like stand-ups and presenting technical concepts or doing demos was not my thing, and I used to get very nervous. Just like with everything, what made me get better and overcome these insecurities was practice, coding more, reviewing more pull requests. This helped me discover patterns and ask questions I wasn't clear about. Asking questions didn't only leave room for open-ended conversations and new ideas, but provided clarity when necessary. Thanks to the non-scarcity of bugs in tech and in life in general, I did more debugging using logs and debugging tools and got better at it. With estimation, I'd only estimate a story I had at least 85% clarity on and postpone estimating any story I did not have much context on until I did. With typing speed, I guess that doesn't really matter to me anymore and is no longer an insecurity. And with public speaking, I've certainly come a long way from where I used to be. I'm still not the best at it yet, and I work on getting better at that every day. I hope you learned something from the video. What's one insecurity you currently have as a software developer? And don't forget to subscribe, as there's usually a lot to learn on this channel while having fun, of course, because who has time to learn and be stressed? See you on the next video.